been a pretty long while since the last proper video I done. A lot has grown, as you can tell. So the sweet corn is absolutely like the tropical rainforest at the moment. Got quite a lot of cobs coming on those. So by the looks of it, some might be ready. Pumpkins grown galore. We've got some biggies coming up. So I think these are the paint box. If I can find the label. Yep. There's a few of those. We have some unknowns. So I'll have to look back on the seed packets to see what they were. But yeah, the vines have gone absolutely everywhere. They're all intertwined. We've got pumpkins coming up here, there and everywhere. I've got some, looks like more kind of marrows or squashes. Totally lost track of what is what now. I've got some, I know these are the zombies because they've got these warty textures to them. They feel quite nice actually. So they should be ready. But yeah, all the vines. I've got to cut these main vines off because they're sprawling everywhere. Pumpkins just growing here, there and everywhere. I've seen cucumbers. I have not seen many. Obviously they're on their way. Here, there, and you've got a few coming up on there as well. The cucumbers, or the apple cucumbers, they're doing pretty well. I'll show you those in a bit, but they're all in there. The tromboncinos are growing like crazy, but they've spread all the way along this. But I need to check when is the best time to harvest these, because I don't know how big they should get. But yeah, that's my hand for comparison. But yeah, there's quite a few along there. We've got a few baby boos coming along nicely. It's good that they can climb. Oh, Mr. Bumblebee. They can climb along this fence line. I do need to get into these and shake all the pollen down, so because they're quite tightly packed in there. The greenhouse does need a bit of a water because we've been having some extreme heat recently, and now we've got a hose pipe ban, so I'm going to have to water everything by watering can, so that's going to take a while. But yeah, it's obviously the pumpkins have come through the potato bed, and another paint box in there. Obviously I have tried to harvest some of the potatoes just to check they're not just quite ready yet, but again, lack of water recently. Things have struggled, and having to come up to water every few days is a bit hard. Yeah, pumpkins are sprawled out everywhere. Got more pumpkins on here, which I'm going to need to support this one because it's hanging on the fence. And that. We've got our more cucumbers. Just need to tie them in. There's a few bit funny shapes and that, but they probably just need a good watering and a feed, so I'll do that with the old chicken meal. So yeah, there's squashes everywhere. I suspect there's probably quite a few hidden away in here. Obviously the Mongolian giants, and they're probably about 8 feet tall, the tallest one so far. What we got? Don't think these have produced any pumpkins yet, but these are the Queensland Blue, I presume. The giant pumpkins from Sutton's, which are directly sowed. They seem to be crawling along now. So we've got our little sunflowers, they're doing alright. And then the flower bed. But the artichoke has come out as well. So the bees are loving those. But yeah, don't like artichokes, so I'll leave that to grow for ornamental uses. But what I'm going to do now is just going to give everything a good soaking by watering can. So approximately, probably about 40 watering cans per plot. So I will see you in a few hours. So just finished watering, 50 odd cans later. And I've just started to cut back some of these additional vines and side shoots and the leaves that are dying off. I don't want disease to spread. But no, just keep finding more pumpkins. Got a feeling this is a Queensland blue, but it's quite wedged in there, so let's do some moving about because it's sitting on some vines. But yeah, I think that is a Queensland blue. That one. And then I think I found a little canoe. I think they go a bit yellow in that. It's a different variety. She got those ones there as well. Yeah, it's just a matter of hunting through, seeing what you can find. Also just propped up that pumpkin across, so it's got something to grow on too. Spotted that one as well. So that one's down there. And I've got quite a few different pumpkins. Honestly, some are very weirdly deformed, so not too sure what they are, but could be a lot of cross-pollination, to be honest. Probably did put too many squashes and pumpkins in the same area. Just peeled back a little bit of these sweet corn, so it looks like they're nearly ready. So I'll give them another week or so. Hopefully they should be alright. Those were the Golden Gate ones. Got hit by the frost, so they're a bit more stunted than the other ones. But no, should have a few of those ready soon. But yeah, some are filled out nicely, some not too good, but they were a trial. I'm just gonna check some of these potatoes. Hopefully. These ones should be rocket. It's a bit hard to see. A few decent ones. Ground very dry. Yeah, a few of them got the scab. That is very just due to how dry it's been. A few out of that one. Not the best, but it will do. Hopefully you don't fall over. I'm not too sure what these ones are, to be honest. Get the pumpkin out right. Yeah, they're all dying off now, so hopefully there'll be some. A few, I think they're all first earlies. And some deformed ones. Not too much under there, to be honest. Ground's fairly moist underneath, so Let's see. Maybe on that one. Don't fall over. Stick one more up and see. So this may be. Oh no! Hopefully you're still recording. This one should be Duke of York, but I think when the foxes were digging, they mixed up my labels, so it's probably Maris Pier Piper or something. Couple, all very weird shapes. Like, I've never seen potatoes like that. See, seed potato is still quite firm, because they usually go really squishy and horrible. But yeah, the ground's pretty dry, so it probably could have done with a lot more water. We did have quite a lot of rain at the beginning. Just going to try some of these main crop. So these ones should be Picasso. I think they are a different colour. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully you get more than 3. But they've got, they're very small, but they're very like multicoloured, pinky. And the seed potato is still quite firm. Let's have a rummage. Some more. It's very, very. Use the broken fork. Couple more. Let's try another. I think these will be the Maris Pipers, I believe. That's what it says. There you go. Not very big, but we'll do some salad potatoes. Be careful, stinging nettles in there as well. Don't want to get stung by the stinging nettle. Go there. Bindweed as well. Oh. I think it's the Duke of York, but yeah, I can tell. Scab. Like, it's okay, it's not in the skin, but yeah, for that size, not point trying to use that one. I'm gonna use the fork to see. A big one. Might need a little bit longer, to be honest, because the frost did get them quite a bit early on in the year. So, well, that was back in May, so it's only been about a month and a half since the last frosts. And I'll leave the rest. just down at the other plot, just down the bottom. Obviously, got some more. These are paint box ones as well. I don't think there's any others, but there's a few squashes coming along. Not 100% sure on the variety on that one. The misplanted tromboncinos, I don't think these are going to do too well, but might get a few because they need to be climbing really. But that was my fault for getting the seeds mixed up, to be honest. Got a few little cucumbers coming up. Yeah, big one down there. Bit cute. Yeah. Not as many as last year, but the weather has been a bit terrible, dry. So these, I know these are what these definitely are. These are the pearls. So they grow a bit like a courgette. So not vines, but they just kind of grow along. But I don't know. It should be ready soon, if not now. And I've got the same across on here as well. So should have a few coming along there. And obviously all the sweet corn, sunflowers, leave them for the birds, to be honest. Might cut the heads off and then stick them in the garden so the birds can feed off them. Now these apple trees, even though they're not given any apples, they've grown very bushy. So these will need a prune back. Once it's the right time, it's usually probably about August time, I'll get those trimmed back so and get them into more of a shape. Maybe train them as like a fan. See, this back part's still very jungly. The raspberries are a bit crazy. Yeah, I haven't really touched these really. There's a few on there, but it all needs cutting back, the old growth and the new growth ready for next year. Now, I did look in here earlier and there was some rats. Scared them off. But yeah, it was a tromboncino, which I put in there when I found the rats, just sitting there chilling. But yeah, that tromboncino had some blossoming rot. I just realised I never finished off this video. So it's a couple of days later, just come up to water. Very, very dry and hot. No rain forecast for the next 2 weeks. So watering cans is a big debate at the moment with the hose pipe. Who can use it, who cannot use it. All these legal terms, commercial. You know, so no. So I will keep on watering, but thank you very much for watching and I will see you on the next one.